The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Two tough road games this past week for the Wisconsin Badgers in some very loud environments. Wednesday night up at the Barn in Minneapolis against the Gophers, and on Saturday afternoon / early evening in Mackey Arena up against the Purdue Boilermakers. We'll sit down with head coach Bo Ryan. We'll also hear from freshman guard Jordan Hill, and we'll also tell you about an informal player poll naming the team nerd. Such insightful analysis only here on the Badger Sports Report.
Here's Trey Jackson to the front court for Wisconsin, throwing to Frank Kaminsky high on the right, feeds Decker outside left. He'll drop it off to Jackson left wing, shakes off the wing in the lane, kick out Kaminsky, open three, right of the circle. It is good. Kaminsky for three, and it's 5-2 Wisconsin, a minute 55 gone. Both teams 3 out of 5 from the floor. Here in these opening minutes, Josh Gosser open for three, right of the circle, got it. Gosser for three. He's 43% from downtown coming in. 12-6 Wisconsin. Trey Jackson against Bryson Scott. A bounce for Anderson. Hands it back to Jackson high on the left. Trey picked up the dribble. Nothing available inside. He'll give it up to Decker on the left wing. Around Anderson bumps. Sam baseline left. Cut off. Brings it back out front. Leaves it for Gosser. Left of the lane. Working against Rayfeld Davis. Carroll on the double out to Anderson. Shot clock is down to 5. Decker for three, left of the circle. Yes, sir. Sam Decker for three. 25-19 Wisconsin with 4:48 left in the half. Didn't get to the cross half court. Now Kaminsky feeds Decker between the circles. Throwing to Jackson high on the left. Jackson starts to go off the wing in the lane. Feeds Kaminsky low on the right. Layup good. Nice draw and dish. Kaminsky was 7. 27-25 Wisconsin. Gosser looks, will drop it off to Hayes, feeds Brust left of the circle, rotates Decker left wing. Sam out to Koenig at the top. Koenig against Scott. Tries right lane line, kick out Brust, takes it off the right wing, whips to Koenig, open three, right pocket, got it. Bronson Koenig from deep, 47-39 Wisconsin with 14 minutes remaining. Side left is Smotherman, looping it inside, knocked away Hayes, knocked away again, Hayes gets the steal and spiked it off the Hammond and out of bounds. Nigel Hayes on the defensive end. Jackson retreats on the dribble, 15 to shoot. Jackson pounding the rock off the Kaminsky screen, three in the air for Jackson, he hit it. Trey Jackson for three, 61-48 Wisconsin, 5:10 remaining. Sam Decker with an inbounds pass to Frank Kaminsky wide open on the post pattern. Reverse slam dunk. Frank Kaminsky, thank you and good night. Bronson will pick up the dribble between the circles, scoop it to Ben Brust, and the Wisconsin Badgers losing streak is snapped with emphasis. 14-point win today for the Badgers. Down the lane, right hand, slam dunk. Sam Decker. Inbounds pass to Brust across half court. He'll hoist one up. He hit it! Ben Brust for three! Snaps off a three right of the circle. It is off the rim and in! Jackson strikes again! Out the Gosser for three. He hit it again.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
One day, cancer as we know it will cease to exist. But until then, there will be no rest, for they are the ones who push science, who seek more effective protocols and preventions, the ones who treat the most complex of cancers in search of cures. They are the world-renowned physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals at the University of Wisconsin Carbone Cancer Center, Wisconsin's only nationally designated comprehensive cancer center. UW Health. Remarkable.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good-looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand, and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter. Make way for more.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
I know something about winning championships, and at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
Trey Jackson up the middle, throws to Bruss to the left side off the Kaninsky screen. He'll bounce it to Frank, left of the circle. Thought about it, now takes it into the paint, darts it into Decker at the left block against Simpson. Turns, ball fake, nothing available, finds the cutter. Bruss down the lane, layup good. Oh, that's good work. As Matt Painter will call the 32nd timeout. Nice start for Bo Ryan's bunch. It's Trey Jackson outside right. Gets it to Decker left of the circle. He'll flip to Hayes right of the wheel. Hayes with one jab step, holds and looks, gives it up to Jackson on the right wing. Jackson with a bounce for Hayes. Right of the paint. Starts to back, right block in the lane, up left hand, missed it, rebound. Hayes low on the right, up and in. Nigel stays with it, and he is rewarded.
Think about it. Brought to you by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
The nerdiest player on the team. Depends on how you describe that. Book-wise? Sure. This is easy, actually. Zach Bohannon is by far the nerdiest player. I'm sure you've heard that before. But I live with him, so I see it firsthand. If we're watching something on TV, like he'll be like, all right, I got to go up to my room and actually learn something. Like read a book. So, yeah, that's Zebo for you.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I would have to say Zebo. Zach Bohannon. Yeah. He's a smart guy.
Zebo.
Zach Bohannon, without question.
Zebo. Zebo, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
He might beat me up for saying this, but Zach Bohannon definitely. I'm sure you've got that answer a couple times. Definitely Zach Bohannon. That's our go-to answer. The comb over just gives it away.
Zach Bohannon. Just look at him, he's a dork. And I'm going to be his personal advisor. He already told me that. 6-figure, tax-free, perfect. I'm just going to ride the Zach Bohannon train.
That's great. What? Who said? Wait, who are you interviewing? Good, I like that. I guess you just always have to have your head in the books, and that's what I've always been in the apartment. So I don't turn on my TV at all. I love to read. I tell everyone all the time, I'm like, hey, what are you reading these days? And everyone laughs at me like, wait, reading? Who reads? Right now I'm learning about the investment banking industry, what I'm hoping to go into. So yeah, actually I majored in economics. I got a master's last year in communications. I'm in the MBA program right now. So I guess that probably helps out my title a little bit.
And we heard you're going to be president someday.
That's the ultimate goal, but I don't know. We'll see.
And Frank says that he's going to ride the Zach Bohannon train all the way to the White House.
Yes, Frank is going to be my personal assistant once I'm in the White House as well. Assistant, I need some water.
DeVito turns to Koenig at the top. Shot big from three. A pass for Decker right of the circle. Decker with a jab step throws to Jackson right of the lane. Trey backing in. Kick out Decker. He's open. He'll try a three left of the circle. It's good. 28-20. Minnesota leads Wisconsin. Jackson to the front court, drives left lane line, kick out Koenig. Shot fake from 3 left corner, throws to Decker at the top, swings it to Gasser, bounce pass right wing for Hayes. Nigel with a jab step, Eliason's on him. Now Hayes moves in, reverse layup, good, it counts and a foul. Nigel Hayes working on Eliason, and one for the freshman out of Toledo. Minnesota, here's Smith for 3, left of the circle, back window, Walker the rebound, low and left shot, blocked by Decker, into the hands of Gasser. He goes left sideline of the feed for Trey Jackson. Takes it to the middle. Spin move in the lane. Runs it out to Koenig. Open 3. Right pocket. Good. Bronson Koenig for 3. 30-28. Minnesota with 2:15 left in the half. Goes it out to Kaminsky. Fakes the 3. Frank dribbles to the foul line. Spins in the lane. Up right hand. Good. It counts and a foul. Frank Kaminsky going to work down the alley with an and one.
After 2 games on the road, Badgers home this week, a Wednesday night game against Northwestern, 8 o'clock at the Kohl Center, and then Saturday morning, tip time, 11 o'clock against Ohio State. And well, here we go again now as you pass the 1/3 portion of the Big Ten season, and we've been talking about this for a while, and it probably is worth mentioning again, the depth of the league. We see what's happened across the Big Ten. Nebraska, which has come close on multiple occasions, gets its first Big Ten win against Ohio State. Northwestern, a team that you guys were able to take care of business, and all of a sudden they're tough out. And you know, we're talking about teams that have struggled Big Ten-wise, but not so much here lately, I guess.
No, it's just the teams, everybody's getting better. Everybody's figuring out some things. And if you're not, you know, if there's a weakness, the teams in the league are going to exploit it. And, you know, it's the same not only for us, but other teams are going through the same thing. And it seems to be going in cycles with a lot of teams. So it's just probably just what the fans in the Big Ten wanted is, you know, wild and crazy season like we're having so far. So I just think the teams that stay focused when things do get away, you have to regroup. You got to get yourself back to your basics, get to your fundamentals, and just keep going after it because you just never know from night to night. And I know you can say that anytime, but never more so than this year.
Well, I'm smiling as you say that because you were saying very similar things, maybe the exact things, when the Badgers were rolling off to the 16-0 start. When I asked you about it, I said, look, you said this is a basketball season. You're going to go through the good times. You're going to go through the tough times. As cliche as it is, you got to do it, right? You can't get too up here. You can't get too down there.
And that's why I never changed either way. So, because you know, when you've been doing this for a while, you kind of can see the landscape, and you just have to make sure that the hard part is for young people who maybe haven't been through it before, you know, for them to figure out on the fly, so to speak, what it is you need to be doing based on your principles. So once you figure that out, then you got a better chance in every game.
You know, a term I hear a lot in football is speed of the game. And I get where coaches are coming from. It applies to basketball too, doesn't it?
No question. Yeah, you know, if you get a couple players feeling good about themselves for the opposition and you're playing defense, the offense a half step quicker, you're a half step behind. Your reads and your reactions are different. So, you know, it's best to stay, you know, on top of everything right from the beginning instead of always trying to dig out of a hole. Because that can make a big difference, you know, when you're getting things done in a positive way, you seem to be in control. When things are going the other way and you're not the team in control, some teams can do that better than others. And, you know, we're just young enough in some spots and not experienced enough in some areas where if other teams, there's a little blood in the water, it can be a frenzy. And that's what our guys, you know, have gone through. And you have to be able to get your work habits and get your focus and get ready because, you know, with the start that we had, everybody's got us circled, and you know, Ohio State too, and you know, so those are the things that you have to face when you get in that position.
There's always an unpredictability to sports too, which makes it appealing or maddening, depending on whether it's for or against you. Maurice Walker had a very good first half, and it was a good night for him in the Minnesota game. First guy I thought of was Rob Wilson in the Big Ten tournament, what he did to Indiana. It happens.
Well, it does. It's happened for us. You know, the John Lure against Michigan that you and I were talking about before, where he hit 6 threes as a freshman. You know, and then maybe that can lead to something else. But so anyhow, we do a great job on Eliason, and Walker does his thing, and you know, we shut that off, and then the little guard, you know, he starts to go crazy, and Smith. So, you know, that's what you have to do as a team. You got to find the areas of weakness and correct them.
All right, the Badgers will be looking to do that with a couple of home games coming up this week. Remember, long way to go here in the Big Ten season, still not even at the halfway point. Northwestern comes to town on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock at the Kohl Center, and then Ohio State here in Madison on Saturday. That will start at 11 o'clock. Coach Ryan will rejoin us in a few minutes. All that and more coming up as the Badger Sports Report continues.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
Most people know my favorite sport, and my favorite color, and maybe my favorite song. What they probably don't know is that I had a serious medical condition that required very complicated surgery. So now, I have a favorite doctor too.
They are the world-renowned pediatric surgical teams at the American Family Children's Hospital, innovators in the art and science of minimally invasive surgery. UW Health, remarkable.
The buzzer beaters, the high school tournaments, the conference titles, truly the court of champions. Parker Street Productions, LLC has acquired pieces of the basketball court used at the Kohl Center from 1998 until 2008, now making them available to you. 61 teams walked off this court with a trophy. Now you can take home your own trophy, a piece of history. Log on to courtofchampions.com today.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Of Illinois, Anderson now between the arcs. Looks at the Jordan Hill outside left against Latula. Hill to the top of the circle. It's Vito Brown. Down back to Hill. 13 of the shot clock. Hill driving and got fouled on the play. 2 more free throws coming up now for Wisconsin.
I would say that it's been a difficult journey. Some things have gotten progressively easier. Dealing with the fatigue from practice and games and traveling and everything has gotten better, but I think practice requires a little bit more focus as you move forward. And I mean, I'm still trying to work my way into the rotation, so that's what's on my mind all the time. But I think we've come together as a team, and I think that kind of helps, you know, like some of the tough parts that we experienced during the summer and like the Canada trip, but now that we're closer, I think some of those parts are a little erased now.
What would you say are were the biggest adjustments for you coming from high school now to college?
I'd probably say the amount of practice that we practice every day. In high school, I practiced a lot and usually did practice every day, but the intensity that you deal with practicing, especially at a level like this, and you experience the contact and everything. I'm not going to say that we run a whole lot, but every play is so intense and you have to be so focused that it just takes a lot out of you. So I think that'd probably be the biggest difference.
You guys have 6 freshmen on this year's roster. How has coming in with such a big group, how has that helped you guys in your transition?
I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely different than I'm sure a lot of different other classes. But I think we've grown so close, and that definitely helps with little stuff, making sure someone's not late and making sure someone woke up that day to get to lift or whatever it is. And I think all those little things kind of help. And we've definitely been in here a lot in the gym, getting in extra work and stuff, especially in the summer.
What were some factors that influenced your decision not to redshirt?
Well, I looked at it and I saw that we have Shoei, Riley, Smith, and Maish all redshirting, and with George leaving, unfortunately, I found that that's my spot if anything were to happen to somebody who's playing right now, or if Coach felt he needed another guard in there. I'm glad that I didn't redshirt so that I'd be able to step up there. And had I redshirted, really we would all be in the same position as we were this year, so it wouldn't have made too much difference. And I figure if I have my redshirt year in my back pocket, when I really need it, I can use it.
I think coming in here, his defense was way ahead of his offense, and that was his claim to fame, was that he'd be a lockdown defender and took pride in playing defense, and that was part of the reason why we went after him. He's continued to do that and gotten better at his defensive overall skills, but offensively, he's shown a different side, and we're working on being more consistent with it, but he's shown some capability on the scout team. A lot of times you're portraying a guy that may do some things that you don't really have in your game or aren't accustomed to doing in your game. And so if your frame of mind is right, which his is, it's an opportunity to improve on some things that you haven't done on a regular basis or maybe not be a part of your game. So his offense has really developed. He's continuing to develop. But I think defensively is where he would like to be known as just a guy who's going to get after it and be tough-nosed, and, you know, not to compare him to a Michael Flowers, but that sort of mindset is where Jordan wants to be.
How does your mindset differ when you go into the game knowing that you're not going to be the starter and that you have to come off the bench and fight for those minutes? I
think the tendency is to want to get in there and automatically just throw up a shot and just get yours, but I think I've realized that that's not what's going to get you on the floor further down the line, and that's what I'm worried about. So if I play 2, 3, 4 minutes at the end of the game, I'm not focused on just trying to throw something up and trying to make sure I play good basketball and keep that going. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I ever like coming off the bench or coming in at the end of the game. That's just me, my personality, period, but that should be what everybody's mindset is. I know me personally, like, I love Trey and Ben and everybody to death, but when I come to practice, I'm coming for your spot. I'm trying to make you look bad so I myself look good, you know what I'm saying? So it's no malice or anything like that. It's just, as a competitor, I want to be in their position, so that's what you have to do.
I know something about winning championships, and at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good-looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand, and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
This is Andrew Seelsdorf. He plays hockey. This is leukemia. It's bad business. This is Andrew's oncology team. They love Andrew. They don't like leukemia. And thanks to them, Andrew is now cancer-free. Booyah. They are the world-renowned physicians, scientists, and nurses at the American Family Children's Hospital, pioneers in pediatric cancer care. UW Health. Remarkable.
When you buy Wisconsin dairy products, your hard-earned dollar brings you more than just the quality and great taste you know and love. It supports the dairy industry, which in turn reinvests that money back into your community, resulting in better public services, abundant recreation opportunities, and a beautiful place to call home. In all, dairy contributes $26.5 billion to Wisconsin's economy, and eventually comes back to benefit you. To learn more, visit youtube.com/dairyimpactwisconsin.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, By the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. By Zimbrick Buick GMC. By Adidas. And by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Time for this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week, and we go to Chicago. Wendy checking in, a very astute Badger fan, notices that Ben Brust averages 5 rebounds a game, and she wants to know what makes a guard such as Ben such an effective rebounder.
Wendy, probably a friend of Ben's back in high school. Or
Possibility.
Possibility. Or neighborhood.
Absolutely.
So Ben Brust has a nose for the ball. You know, he's got pretty good bounce off the floor, and he can accelerate. And you know, it means something to him. He's a competitor, and he's not afraid to stick his nose in there. So that's one of the first things you have to have as when you're listed as a good rebounder. The main reason is because you're hunting the ball down, not necessarily because you're 6'11", which obviously Ben isn't. So he's just a competitor, and when he sees a ball, he knows how to go after it, and he positions himself well.
All right, Wendy, thank you much for your question. The Great Dane with 4 locations in Madison, east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. And you always want to remember there's a Great Dane up in Wausau as well. That'll do it for us this week. Join us next week as we recap another week of Big Ten play. The Badgers at home against Northwestern and Ohio State. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.